What's going on, guys? This is Jamo2K coming at you with a quick review of the SBC 92 rated Lewandowski. I'm going to take you through my first impressions of the card and whether or not it's worth it, as well as how much I paid, and there'll be a lot of goals in the background. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Now, I was actually lucky enough to have most of the squads already completed, so it only cost me roughly around 100 to 120k to complete, and he's definitely worth it at that price. I mean, I stuck a Hunter card on him and put him in a 4-3-3 as the centre forward, and he was pretty much unstoppable, especially at the daily knockout tournament levels at least. I went to Division 1 seasons as well, so there'll be alternating clips, but he could hack it in Division 1, so I think it's pretty safe to say that he's a top tier player. Obviously you'd expect that considering the 92 rating, but there are some question marks because of the lack of pace, and obviously that's going to put off probably a majority of the people that play FIFA, to be honest, but you'd really be missing out. You can pretty much finish from anywhere, and he's one of those players that just has too much shot power, and the keeper tends to spill it even if you shoot straight at the keeper. To be honest, he scored roughly 1 in 2 shots for me, I think, and that's not bad. Most of them were flying into the back of the net. I wasn't even double tapping it or using the driven shot, so it was pretty impressive. I want to go back to his pace. I know I mentioned it quickly earlier, but seriously, it's one of those pace stats that are deceptive again. I mean, he's quite fast, and he had no trouble outpacing the last defender whenever I got him into a one-on-one situation. I mean, the thing is, his pace coupled with his strength mean that he shrugs off most defenders easily, but as you can see by the clips, it's more about shooting on sight whenever you get into a good position. Another positive is his dribbling. I mean, I've used comparable players, to a degree, like Lukaku and Costa, and his dribbling is just next level. He pretty much glides across the pitch, and I was pleasantly surprised with his technical ability, although the 3-star skills are obviously a bit of a letdown. Actually, a good player to compare him to would probably be the SBC Higuain, and for me personally, Lewandowski is twice the player, and it's not, there isn't much of a difference in terms of their stats or even their physical attributes, but Lewandowski just feels like a different player to me. If you're debating whether or not to pick him up, I guess it depends on a number of things. Depends on how many Bundesliga players you have in your team, to be honest. That's the most important thing. I was lucky to have that many players. I've been stacking them since before the Italian league released, so it wasn't really an issue for me, but I suppose you have to consider that the Team of the Year players are probably going to be coming in roughly 4 to 6 weeks. So it depends on whether or not you have the money spare, and whether or not he'll fit into your team is obviously going to be a factor. No disrespect to Poland, but it can be hard to fit him into teams from other leagues. Then there's also the packs you get from the respective teams, and I think they're reasonably good value. Obviously, they'll go down a bit, especially the golds. I'll pick up the silvers when you can, to be honest, ASAP. But they could probably be saved for the team of the week if you have that much patience. To be honest, at that price, I was happy just getting the card and the 25k back. But if you're on a limited budget, I understand that it can be tough if you have bad pack luck. I'm going to be running him in the weekend league. I'm already running a Bundesliga Premier League hybrid, so he fits in perfectly. He's replaced Lukaku, and I was looking for a new striker, so it all worked out well for me personally. Oh, another thing I should mention is his heading ability. It's top notch. He can bullet header it in from nearly anywhere, and yeah, as you'll see here, really effective from the near post. His hold-up play is also amazing. That's because of his strength, obviously, but another thing is that his passing ability, I haven't really touched upon it. I think it's underrated. He really draws in other players, and he was effective as a centre forward. Then again, if you want to use him as a pure striker, he's capable of doing that. He's honestly one of the best strikers I've used in the game, without doubt. I really can't think of many negatives aside from the league and nationality. To be honest, it was a bit of a relief. I was waiting so long for the SBC to appear, and then it randomly turned up. I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm happy to have him, but it took a while, didn't it? That's about it from me. As you can probably guess, I really like the card. Thanks for watching if you made it this far, and if you did, why not hook me up with a like and sub, and let me know if you're going to pick up the card in the comments below.